Lasagna rock. And I need a couple to-go plates, by the way. I got some people at the office that said, hey, if you don't bring those, I'll bring some lasagna, I'll choke you out. But I just want to get started off by, my name's Kevin Hanna. Most of you guys know me with AMC Mortgage Corporation. If you don't know who we are, we're one of the leading edge lenders in the marketplace that's absolutely committed to aligning with winners and leaders like yourselves in the marketplace. But before I get into what we do in the presentation, I just want to acknowledge these guys over here at the real estate group for having us in and letting us put this deal on. So a big old round of applause for you guys. For those agents that have showed up, if you haven't already registered, please do that. Comment card on the property, fill it out, name, phone number, and we're going to hand out those $3 $50 gift certificates at the end. But, we're committed to aligning with winners and leaders in the marketplace, people that are up to doing something big in their business. We provide tools, systems, strategies to help support you in going to wherever you say you're committed to going in the marketplace. And what I bring with you today is what I call the one good idea philosophy. And that philosophy, simply put, is anytime you can get into a room with somebody, share an hour with them, and grab one or two strategies that will help you grow and expand your business by 2 to 3 transactions per month, then it's been worth your time. Because 2 transactions a month sounds like 24 sales a year. That's like an extra $35,000 to $60,000 a year. Agree with that? Wouldn't suck for 1 hour grabbing a couple of nuggets. Okay? In order to grab that one good idea, my invitation to you is just to give full and complete committed participation. Right? On the other hand, you can give low and uncommitted participation. So grab something to write with. There's stuff over here. I'll just help you out real quick. Grab an ink pen, take some notes, ask questions, fully engage. Because I think what we're going to talk about today, you're going to get something out of it.
I'll take your notes for her. All right.
So what we're going to discuss today is how to do an over-the-top open house. Now, who in here does open houses or has done open houses in the past? Okay, we've all done them, right? Now, when I'm out shopping for a home as a consumer, typically what I see in an open house looks something like this. Walk in the front door, lights are kind of down, no music, no nothing. The associate's kind of sitting there by a card table with some handout stuff, and it's like, hey guys, yeah, come on in, look around. If you got any questions, I'm here for you. Go in. Oh, okay. Thanks, fella. Okay. So you go look around and walk out the door. Yeah. You got any questions, guys? You don't know anything? No, we're fine. Thanks. They go out the door, close the door. Does that happen to anybody in here? Is that kind of typical? Rob's like, yep. I was a realtor 4 years. I understand. Yeah. Right? Is that the most effective way to do an open house? Right? Is there a better way? So I'm going to bring a conversation to you today that if you will take and implement into your business into what you do, I'm quite confident you're going to start selling more houses at these open houses, making them powerful, positive, productive when you do them. Now, my story, before I got in the mortgage business back in 1996, straight out of high school, if you think I look young now at 35, you should have seen me at 18, right? I had hair down to here, I pulled back in a ponytail, I was 160 pounds soaking wet, like this big around, and I got into a builder. They were advertising for a community manager. I got in there and kind of lied my way into the job. They said, oh yeah, you sound great, you're hired. So I got a model home out in the Aspens out in off Council and Northwest Expressway. Had a model home and I had all these lots to sell, already had some houses going, but it was a pretty slow development. So I get in there, I sit there, and 3 to 4 weeks into it, my sales manager, Willard, comes in and says, hey dude, I thought you were a stud. I thought you could sell houses. You don't have a contract yet. If you don't figure out how to start selling houses, we're going to have to fire you in 2 weeks. Of course, I was 18 years old, had a commission. I get a salary of $2,000 a month. I'm like, hey, this is easy. Just sit in the model home all day. People come in, hey, come on in, folks. Yeah, hey, walk around. If you got any questions, I'm here for you. That's what I was doing. But I didn't get a sale. And back then, the model home program was working really well. I mean, we had 15, 20 families a weekend come through the door, right? Not like that today because everybody's so much more internet driven, right? But I had all these people, but I wasn't closing people. So what I did, when I got that, and you're going to lose your job, I went and grabbed Tom Hopkins, Act Like a Lamb, Sell Like a Lion. Anybody done any Tom Hopkins training? Dude, he's awesome. So I got in there, I made all these postcards and note cards, made questions, and I mastered some questions. flat out mastered these questions in like 3 days. I sat in front of the mirror. I'm going to get these questions down. I got to figure out something. I'm going to get fired and I'm going to look like a dummy, right? So 2 weeks later, I walk into the sales meeting, all fired up. Hey, Willard, I'm not going nowhere. Boom, here's 2 contracts. In 2 weeks, I sold 2 houses. So through that process, I learned that questions, asking the right questions, is how to really engage people and sell a house. We can all sit around and wait for people to walk through the door and take an order, right? And that's what most people I find do. But the real thing is how can you bring a powerful conversation, one that's powerful, not weak, but powerful, and engage people in such a way that you sell the house? If you had that conversation, you can sell more houses, make more money, and have a life. If you made an extra $50,000 to $100,000 a year this year in 2013, how would that impact your life? How would that change your experience of life? Quite a bit for the better, right? Okay? So what we're going to share with you today is those types of questions, because questions is so important. Now, further into that, about 2.5 years later, after I finally started selling houses, I sold out 2.5 developments by the ripe old age of 20, 21 years old, and was their #1 salesperson in their team. And of course, all the other people were like, "How are you doing it? What are you doing?" I said, "Man, I'm just asking questions instead of sitting around being lazy and not, and taking orders, right?" So the normal thing that I see when I go into houses is, "Hey, yeah, come on in. Would you mind signing this so my seller knows that you were here?" "No, I'm good, buddy. we're going to be in and out," right? That's the weak conversation. So what would be a more powerful conversation, right? Most people are afraid to take control of people, right? The typical thing looks like this. Somebody walks in the door. They come in. "Oh, hey, folks, yeah, come on in. Yeah, come on and look around. If you got any questions, man, here you go. Here's a flyer, all the features about the property. Here you go. If you got any questions, I'll just stand back and go about your business." That doesn't get you a lead, right? 'Cause that's a buyer. They're in the market, right? That doesn't get you anything. That doesn't benefit you. It doesn't get you any information to go back and show a seller, "Hey, Mr. Seller, we've done 3 open houses 3 weekends in a row. We've had 17 people come through and not 1 offer. I think we've got a price issue here." Or you're not getting any kind of feedback to say the condition of the property or whatever to help the seller make some changes, right? When I first looked at this house last night, there's a glaring issue with this house. And we'll cover that in just a minute. But maybe a more powerful conversation is something like this. Can I get a volunteer, please? You want to volunteer? Woo! Birthday guys. Thanks for participating. Come on in. See, when people participate, I reward.
He's never been in the Army.
So, we're going to talk first, we're going to open up when somebody comes in, how to use your body to position, start controlling people up front and not being scared of them, right? I don't care what price point you're working in, the market is starving for that superstar professional to show up, take control of them, lead them by the hand, give them the information they want so that they can make an educated decision on a home purchase, okay? And this is just a basic conversation how we do it. "Hey, how you doing?"
Well, how you doing?
I know it's going to step back right here until he stops. See, he's going to come to me until he's comfortable with his space, right? So I'm going to step back and I'm just going to close him off right here, maybe a whole family. But I'm going to use my body to position and take control right now, right? "Hey, Kevin Hanna with ABC Realty. Thanks for coming by.
Hey.
You guys are out looking at houses today, I assume?
We are.
Right. Have you looked at a house in Commonwealth neighborhood?
No, this is the first one.
Well, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to share with you a little bit about the neighborhood and the area, give you a quick tour, show you some of the key features of the house, and let you guys walk around, ask any questions you got. Fair enough?
Fair.
Now, see, the fair enough, write that down. Fair enough. Everybody says okay to fair enough. And I just properly set the expectations with that prospect right here. So before we get started, if you do me a favor right here, and I'm just going to direct him. If you please just make a note, write your name, contact number if you'd like to, and just look, so I got something for my seller to show that you came by. Right? Boom. Here's a property flyer. Now come on this way and I'll show you the house. So see what he does? Everybody will do that, guys. Everybody. If you take control of them properly up front, you say, "Okay, great, walk this way," and you just turn and start walking, people are like sheep. They go, "Oh, okay, let's go." Right? They just start following you. And now you've got control of them. Because this is your house. This is your office. You went through the effort to get the listing, right? You've already put in the work. Don't allow all that work to go to waste. Kevin, Hannah, thanks for coming, man. You're awesome. We got some awesome lasagna in there. You're going to love it. Don't allow all that effort you put into getting the listing fall apart and make it wait 120, 160 days to go get the sale. Keep your skill sets going, right? Make it work. Show up powerful, positive, and productive. Meet him at the door. Hi, Kevin Hannah with ABC Realty. You guys are out looking at a house today, right? What are they going to say? Yes. They're going to say yes. And I got the first yes out of them. We know as professional salespeople, we get the first yes immediately. We want to get them on that yes roll, right? Well, a little bit about the area. The Commonwealth is a gated, secure community with private cameras out front so you know your family's safe whether you're home or away. There's 12 homes in here that are at a price point of anywhere from $250,000 to $500,000 at a monthly payment range of $2,000 a month or $4,000 a month. Is that about the price range you guys are looking in? They're going to go, uh-huh, okay. Or they're going to say, oh no, that's way too much. We're just kind of getting decorating ideas, right? And you want to figure out who's getting decorating ideas really quick. Because those people are carpet scuffers. That's what I call them, right? They're just out getting decorating ideas because you're at the parade of homes. And if you've got a lot of traffic, you want to know how to manage that traffic really quick up front, right? I want to know if you're qualified or not. Or if you're in this price point or not. If you're looking for decorating ideas, and I see 2 more cars pulling up, what am I doing with that prospect? Please sign up. Here's the information. Feel free to look around. I'm looking for that one that's looking for a home with that monthly payment in that price point in this area. By the way, do you guys have kids? Or I see little Tommy and Timmy here. Are you looking for something that they kind of go to the school system? Well, it's Kingsgate Elementary across the street, Moore West down the road, and Westmore High School. Are y'all currently looking for a place to live with those schools? Right, you're pulling those hot buttons out, figuring out, starting to pull that information out of them. So now we're going to pull them on in, right? Now I would start with this house. I would immediately take them right upstairs. Okay? So that's the quick little intro. That's how we take control of them right now. Get them to follow you like you got a leash on them. But guess what? You don't have to drag them kicking and screaming. Because you framed them up with the expectations properly up front, and here they come. So this is what I see happen a lot when I coach and work with realtors, and this is what I used to do. I used to walk through the house and go, yeah, hey look, 12-foot ceilings, ceiling fans, carpet, hand-textured walls. Yeah, look at that, a big master bedroom with inset ceilings, outdoor patio, view of the lake. Yeah. We call that feature dumping. Anybody do that? You walk through the house and you start pointing out all the features of the house. Marble flooring, 3-bed, 3-bath, 4,000 square feet, hand-textured ceilings, energy efficient, granite countertops. Anybody guilty of doing that? Raise your right hand and say aye. Is that sound, or you know somebody that might do that? Well, what if you were buying a car? If you were buying a car and you went to a car lot and the guy said, hey, you here to buy a car? Yeah, I don't go to car lots just to hang out. Right? Obviously I'm here to buy a car. Okay, great. Well, let me show you this one. It's white. It's got leather interior. It's got this, this, and this. Okay, but I'm looking for a truck, dude. Oh, okay. Well, here we got this truck. It's a 2-door, 2-wheel drive, black. Well, I'm looking for a king cab. Oh, over here. Well, this one's a king cab. It's white. It's got leather interior. Well, I'm looking for something in darker colors. Oh, and the guy just wears you out, showing you 40 different cars that nothing fits what you're looking for, and you wonder why we spend 4 or 5 hours at a car lot to do a car deal. It's crazy, right? I wish that professional would show up and ask me the proper questions, right? So that he could land me on 1 or 2 cars quickly that fit my needs and wants, and then what do? There's 2 cars. You want a darker colors, a truck, 4 doors with a big heavy engine, leather, loaded. Here's one, here's one. Let me get the keys for you. They throw you the keys and they get you in the car so you can take that test drive. Why do you think they do that? What'd you say?
Drive home with it.
Don't be scared, guys. Come on. Right? We all are on the same game here. So you can drive home with it. Because they know if they can get you in that car to experience that car, you got a good chance of owning that car, don't you? In fact, I went and bought a car in 2006. A buddy of mine runs a dealership. He says, dude, I know you're looking for that, but you just got to come test drive this. And I said, dude, that looks like a poor man's Bentley. It's ugly, big, boxy, Chrysler 300, man. No way. Hannah, just come down and check out the car. Okay. I go test drive it. 2 hours later, I drove it off the showroom floor. Right? Because they got me in the car. Now, I share that experience with you because, well, we just, frame this up to be, most people feature done. They go in and just point out all the features of the house. And your client's sitting going, well, so what? So what? So what? So what? The better conversation may be to have a conversation, ask engaging questions that gets people emotionally involved in the house. When I figured this thing out and asking questions, I started getting people excited about owning that house. Now, how can we ask engaging questions to get people emotionally involved in the house? What kind of questions would you say?
How does your furniture look in here?
Boom!
How to
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, Bob, I'm not suggesting this is a home for you and Mary, but if you did own this house and this was your living room, I'm just curious, how would you set up your furniture in here? What does that do with them? What are they doing now? Right? They're saying, oh, well, you know what? I put that there and that there and that there. And, well, Bob, when I first looked at this living room, there's not a lot of wall space. We've got to float all the furniture. But, man, now that I really sit back and look at it and picture it in my mind, I can make this work. Great. Guys, let's move forward to the kitchen. Now, Mary, you said up front, because I always ask the wife, Mrs. Jones, what's the most important thing to you in owning a new home? Right? I always ask her. And it's always like kitchen, master bedroom. The guy's like, dude, I'm a real estate agent. I work a lot from home. I need an office, and I would love a lake view. Outside of that, it's up to her. Right? You kind of get that? I know that's how me and my wife are. So I'm asking her, and she says it's a kitchen. When I take and demonstrate a kitchen, I'm coming into the kitchen saying, hey, look, granite countertops. That's a feature. Here's how you probably do a feature. Feature, action, benefit. Write that down. FAB. FAB formula. If you just remember the FAB formula, when you're taking people into an area of the house, you'll ask the right questions. What's the feature? If you point out a feature, remember to follow it up with an action or a benefit. Show people how it benefits them. How does granite benefit? Dude, it lasts forever. It's not like that for Mica stuff, Bob. You'll never have to replace this stuff. Right? It's the colors, design, da-da-da-da. It lasts forever. It's a good, beautiful look, blah, blah, blah. But the big, powerful question in the kitchen is, Mrs. Jones, you guys told me when we first started working together and wanted me to represent you as a buyer's agent that you wanted the chef's kitchen because you guys do a lot of entertaining with your family, right? That's what I said. Okay, I'm just curious, can you see yourself entertaining your family and friends at Christmas and Thanksgiving in this kitchen? And let her see it. Let her go. Let her go, yeah, I can see that. This would be great. This would be awesome. That's a powerful question, right? Can you see yourself entertaining your family and friends in a kitchen like this, or in this kitchen? Yeah, absolutely. Great. So I'm tying down each room, right? I'm doing feature, action, benefit. If I point out the oven, oh, look how big the oven is. Boom. That's what most people do. I say, man, look how big the oven is. You get a 25-pound turkey in that thing. I'm going to tell her, you get a big old turkey in that sucker, right? Give a benefit. And you go down and effectively tie down each room. When you're done with your tour, what do you think has happened? If you've done that. Hey, here's the master bedroom. Oh, you guys got a big master bedroom suite. How would you set it up in here? Dang, man, I'll tell you what, I wish I was in the market for a new home. Just waking up every morning to a view of a lake like that with the geese flying in. God, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? Right? Get people seeing themselves living in the house. Y'all hear that little rumble back there?
Yes.
What is that? Jacuzzi tub, right? I always fill the jacuzzi tub up, hit go. Because when I go into that bathroom, you know what I want to do in that bathroom? Oh, man, God, I love this bathroom. It's like your own personal sauna. When you've had a stressful day at work, man, you plop in there, relax, and let all the stress of the day just melt away. I mean, put on a show. Help the people go, yeah. Dude, I've always wanted a jacuzzi tub, and yeah, this is big and open, and yeah, this is like my own spa. This is awesome. Ask powerful, engaging questions that gets people emotionally involved in the house. Did anybody go upstairs yet? I mean, it's like huge up there, right? What would be a way to engage somebody on that room up there? What would be a powerful question to help them get emotionally involved in it?
What could you use this room for? Or
Kids.
Movie theater, right, boom, movie theater, absolutely. Kids rumpus room, hey man, you let the kids get up there and get out of the way, absolutely. What else? Man cave, right, pool table, wet bar, theater room, a place to come up and enjoy those OU football games. You told me how big of an OU football and Thunder fan you were. Can you see some theater chairs up here, a 10-foot wide flat screen, and make this thing happen to be awesome, wouldn't it, Bob? Yeah, this would be great. So, that's a lot different conversation. And then when you get down to the end, here's what I always close people. Now, mind you, I ask people what their needs and wants were up front. I'm not going to try to show them 30 houses, spending $3.75 a gallon on gas, driving them around to 30 homes in a day. I'm going to get their needs and wants out of them up front, figure out what their hot buttons are, what their top 4 or 5 things are, things they cannot live without, figure out what they can do without, and I'm going to land them on the 1, 2, or 3 cars so I don't wear them out. Because what happens when you take somebody out and show them 15 houses on a Saturday? Yeah, they just like melt down, right? They don't remember nothing. And we get to go do it all over again the next weekend, right? And you're like, man, why can't I get these people under contract? What's my deal? So, if I've properly qualified them up front, if I've done a great job demonstrating the home with feature, action, benefit, got them emotionally involved so they take ownership of the house, and they've mentally seen themselves living there, I come down and say, guys, the kitchen's right, the office is right, you already know how you can set up your furniture and everywhere. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like we've got the right house. Other than looking at the numbers, is there any reason why you wouldn't want to move forward on the paperwork today? See how soft that is? That's not like, hey, let's make an offer. Come on, let's sign on the dotted line. Because I've never been that hard close guy. It just wasn't my style. I like to ask questions to lead people where I want them to go. So, man, maybe I'm wrong, guys, but it looks like we're on the right house. You guys can see yourself raising your family here, right? School systems are right. All your needs are getting hit on the floor plan. You got what you want. So other than the numbers, is there any reason why you wouldn't want to move forward on the paperwork today? And that right then, you're going to pull out the objections. They're going to say, nope, there sure isn't any other reason. So now you're down to just figuring out the numbers, making sure it fits within their budget, right? Okay? Or they're going to say, well, yeah, you know, but it's, you know, it just, I don't like that. Oh, okay. Great. See, I like objections. You should like objections too. That's how you earn your money. We don't earn money and earn a great living by taking orders from people. We make a great living by doing what? Huh? Selling. And selling is?
Find out what people want and then give it for them.
Figure out what they want, but solving their problems. Being the powerful person that shows up and when they've got a challenge, help them solve the problem. We get paid handsomely to solve problems. People come to me, what's their problem in the mortgage business? They need 200 grand, and grandpa and mom and dad can't loan it to them. So they got a problem. They want to buy a house, they need $200,000 cash. And they've got challenge credit, and their debt ratios are tight, and he's only been on the job for 3 months, and she's self-employed as a hairstylist for a year, and you know what, we got turned down 2 other places, and we got a problem. Now, if I solve those people's problem, I get paid, right? So as professional salespeople, we get paid to solve problems. So we go back to the objections. When we ask that closing question, they're going to either say, nope, let's look at the numbers. Great, step on into my office. Let's sit down, right? Or they're going to say, here's my objection. And then when they give you the objection, you get to use your skill sets as a professional salesperson to help them through that. What's a major objection on this house? Anybody seen it?
Kitchen.
Huh?
The kitchen.
For this price point of home, in this neighborhood, and this size of house, the kitchen's a little tough, isn't it?
10 by 10.
I mean, it looks like my first apartment. And I was paying $425 a month at Almonte when I was 18, right? I mean, it's just like, wow, how did they do this? People are going to hit that immediately. How do you overcome that? But nobody that was here last night, okay, jaw shut. If you were going to try to overcome that kitchen, Mary says, well, I love this house. Bob loves the man cave. We love the office because we can do homework in there. He can run his car business out of there. But that kitchen, oh man, that kitchen's just a deal killer. Everything else is perfect. What do you do with the kitchen?
Take them all out.
Okay, right. Okay, how do you lead somebody? How do you frame up that solution? What do you say?
You can try to give them ideas of what wall to open, how to situate the appliances to accommodate the space.
Right. So, and one thing here's clear. When you're asking questions, you're leading people to a decision you want them to make, right? So instead of, if I tell somebody something, human beings are mismatchers. I'm going to be a millionaire. And y'all go, no, you're not. Right? Kids do it. You better stop that. No. They go do it anyway. Human beings naturally mismatch. So when you tell somebody something, they immediately think the difference. They think the opposite. So my invitation to form up a really powerful question is, well, I hate that kitchen. First thing you want to do is align with them. In handling objections, the first thing you do is agree with them. Yeah, you're right, Mary. You're right. That kitchen is a challenge, isn't it? Spending this kind of money on a home, I would definitely want more of a chef's kitchen than a galley kitchen. I'm curious, if you were to own this house and that kitchen could look just perfect for you, how would you have it set up with the space that you currently have? And they go, well, I'd put this over here, I'd take out those walls, do a big center island, wraparound bar, I'd granite the fire out of it, stainless steel everything, maybe put a Viking walk-in freezer over there and a